Hello everyone, it's been a while. We're hit with a new collab. Well, not new, a rerun of a collab, and there are some problems, of course, of this collab. The first problem is, I'm not a big fan, okay? It's just, hey, I like reruns, okay? But this collab in particular, I'm not a big fan of. I know a lot of people out there that are a big fan of this collab. I'm probably not gonna roll, just use tickets to roll. But this is a perfect opportunity for people to pick up a certain character for the roster. And the main reason for this is because you have a number of different characters for you to pick up, and they're all going to do something different, and they're going to all do something special for you to pick up. You can also use one of your tickets that you will get free, just free. There's no buying anything out of the shop or anything like that, to go ahead and decide what you want. So anyways, I'm sorry, I just woke up. So now let's get a rundown of a short summary for the people that are just here for a minute or two and they want out and they all want to know which one should they get. Well, let's go ahead and start with Valkyrie. Okay, Valkyrie is a good character to just do straight up DPS damage. If you're looking for someone like that, hey, all means go for her. So if you want Freya, she does pretty much the same thing. I think a little bit, actually a lot better, but it counts on you have to do multiple hits when hitting a monster, and she can hit hard. I mean, she can ramp her damage. Basically, the more multi hits that you do, or just hit counts in general on the side of the screen, she'd be great for that. Okay, so if that's something you want, go for it. Now, Kenny is alright. He's the mastery of weapons. He's more versatile more than anything. So if you want him to do a particular thing, well, this is your chance to actually pick up Kenny. So if you want a character that wants master of all things, go for it. Now, if you want a healer, and a damn good one, good healer, you go with Rena. And she is just good overall in general when it comes down towards healing and cleansing and removing debuffs and things like that. So yeah, you basically have pretty much all these units that could do something different from each other. So hey, I'm not going to tell you which one to pick because honestly, it really is up to you. If you don't have a healer, obviously you want to go for Rena, then go for it. You want a character that does a lot of damage, I'm going to say for... Now, if you already have her, then, I mean, what else can I really say here? But, in my honest opinion, for beginners, it's kind of hard to say here, because I think you should pick up a healer as a beginner. Actually, I take that back. I lied. Sorry about that. I would pick up a DPS as a beginner. My bad. Because the problem is with healers, at the beginning of the game, it's very, very, very slow to progress in the story. So if you want to jump the gun and go really far in the story, you need a DPS. The reason why I was thinking about healer is because now you have a chance to get a free healer for those that just have a DPS. Maybe you're rolling on the banner that gave you a DPS and that's all you need. Alright, enough of that, because these are old characters that we got from the last collab. I'm sorry, from the rerun. We have one new special character that we have here, and I'm gonna say Arngrim is okay. I definitely do not like his animations whatsoever. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and it just looks very goofy in a sense. I know a lot of people like it because it's obviously a swordsman or the character himself. And just, I don't know, like, when I watch this character fight and his animations and everything like that, it just looks a little bit goofy for me to actually be like, yeah, you just, here, I'm gonna poke you, oh, stab, you know, like, what, I get it, you're a swordsman, but it just looks so clunky. Now, this one is okay, alright, I do like this animation right here, the full-on swing where everyone around him gets damaged. This one is okay too. It's not like wow, you know, that kind of thing. Like wow, I think if anything, I prefer this one out of all of them because this one makes sense. The swing just feels right. It's not pushing the enemy too far away or anything like that. And I wish I could just get behind here and push him right back to the middle, which you can't. Now his his special is okay too. Like it alright. Like it's not like the most wow kind of thing, but it is pretty dang good for what it is. It's a very simple technique and everything, and that's okay. Simple is always fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it doesn't, you know, appeal to me. Now this character is obviously he's a boss fighter. He's nothing more than a boss fighter. He has traits that's based off of it. Excuse me. And he has a lot of skills that just hit bosses really hard. Now, if you're looking for something like that, I think this would be a good time to actually roll on a character such as him. To me, I don't think I would roll on something like that because I'm not, again, a big fan of this collab. I really don't care. I want to see an anime collab of something. But let's get down to it. So traits. Veteran Warrior. When equipped with one weapon, skills and special damage by 30% and damage capped by 120,000. When skilled, attack bosses if damage is cut by attributes resistance, chance to ignore the resistance and deal damage on boss wave, HP 30% and strength 50%. There you go. So this is huge. So if you want a boss fighter, this is going to be your guy. Alright? Innate talent. When using a skill, cannot be interrupted by most attacks. Damage to enemies and physical or magic attacking counters 50%. Magic damage taken by 20%, but physical attack, special counter, and counter damage taken by 50%. This is good for mostly PvP, and I don't think it's necessarily bad, especially in PvE, because PvE sounds like there's certain characters that do counterattacks depending on the story or even the event, but overall mainly PvP. It's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, like, but he's mostly all about, I want to say 90% of boss fighting. So we got a lot of attack up max, fighting spirits by 3, heroism is by 3, anti-type shield is by take it 10% less. He has auto grand bravery, increases the strength, and I believe HP, if I remember correctly. He has high defense, high auto haste, awakening, morning tide, which is new for me. At max MP, strength is increased by 30%. We have dark damage, that's increase of his damage output. We get pose of glory, fair and square. Physical attack damage by 20%, and damage is capped by 2,000 to enemies without status elements. We have Shockwave, Favored the Sword, Instant Strike, Two-Handed Weapon, so on and so forth. We have a Giant Killer 4, Skill damage and special damage is by 20% and damage capped by 5,000. Overdrive, chance to special to deal critical damage and critical damage by cap. This is pretty dang good, honestly, right here. This right here is pretty dang good. When HP hits 0, auto revive and restores HP by 50% and revive units strength, defense, and intel. And MND 10%. Both effects are once per wave. That's actually pretty crazy. Dive one wave. Okay, go on to the next. And then you can die that wave and auto revive. Heavy Knight. When only weapon equipped is one sword special damage by 30%. Damage cap is by 6. Is this 60,000? Ooh, wow. Give physical Argern's Dragon Slayer. Give physical attack and special damage. Anti-dragon type effective physical damage by 50%. Damage cap by 10,000. Dragon types a ticket, but yes. So, anyways, there is a lot of anti stuff here, which is very good for boss battles and just PvE worlds in general, like storyline and just events that will be taking place into this game. Is this character for people that want this? I want to say absolutely not, but that doesn't mean no one's not gonna roll for him. honestly, it is completely up to you of what you want to do in this game. I personally wouldn't roll for this character, but there are going to be people that are going to roll for this character. I think he's going to be very good with boss battles, especially when he has the veteran warrior, and all he has to do is go ahead and add as much as giant killers as you can onto this character, and he's going to hit very, very, very hard. Like, I mean hard. Even if you add the arc that is the size of the enemy, he's going to hit. Like, no doubt about it. It's going to be hard. Now, honestly, is that what you want to do? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever if this is what you want to roll for, this character. I definitely do not want to roll on this collab unless something appeals to me that looks awesome overall. I don't know. This is not for me. This is definitely not for me. None of these characters. I want an anime collab. I don't want a video game collab. We already had Sonic. Now we have another video. I think this is where this company wants to lean into, is more into video games, more into anime. We did have anime collabs, don't get me wrong, but we're seeing more video games more than anime. When I first started playing Last Cloudia, we had Dr. Stone. I was gonna say Devil May Cry is not an anime. And oh crap, was it ReZero? We had ReZero. We had, actually, we didn't have too much, did we? I know we had another one, and it's with the mechs, and I forgot what the heck that anime was about. I've seen it before, I just forgot the name. But anyways, yeah, that's all for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and everyone be safe. Thank you very much for tuning in, and peace out.